to another edition of Let's Talk Marketing with In-Depth Podcast, where I'm your host, Nathan Webster, and I'm excited to chop it up with you today. Well, really, it's not just me. I got my crew with me. I got Réland. I got Jay. What's up, Ray? What's up, Jay?
Not much.
Okay.
Just excited.
I should say, Ray, you go first.
I figured ladies first, and I'm taking it. Sorry, Jay. But hi, everyone. Happy to be back. For those of you who are new here and don't know me, my name is Ray. I'm the owner of Gray Digital Marketing, and I help coaches and consultants rebrand in 1 to 3 business days. Take it away, Jay.
Hey, everybody. My name is Jay, the opposite of Ray, in multiple ways. I don't do branding. I'm a paid social fanatic. A lot of Facebook and LinkedIn ads, owner of Yamaro 83. I help small businesses, higher education consultants and coaches try to get where they need to be through Facebook and LinkedIn ads. So that's me. Happy to be here, and let's talk some shop.
Man, let's get to it. So for my first-time listeners, thank you for tuning into the show. If this is your very first time because someone referred you, hey, look, we about to light this stage on fire. If you referred because you just found us, hey, we about to get it. It's about to go down. Now, I'm aging myself with that one, but yeah, anyways, let's go. Because here's the thing. Today's episode, in episode 180, ain't nobody got time for that, okay? So in this episode, we are marketing professionals, marketing experts, marketing gurus, marketing executives, but we all have our own companies, and we're going to chop it up in our own way and the way we like to do it. In case you may not realize, not to say it has anything to do with it, but sometimes it absolutely does. We are Black professionals, and we are from all over the globe in that regards too, because we have our own swagger too. So enjoy. If not for you, then hey, it's all good too. I wish you the very best. Goodbye or deuces. You out, but we ain't. So we about to chop this up. I hope you enjoy it. And for those that are here, make sure you follow along. We'll have the show notes in the show notes page, but make sure you follow us on Instagram, LinkedIn. And also, if you want to rate and review the show, you make sure you send the screenshot to info@nwebsterllc.com, and I'll send you a t-shirt that says "Be You." So without further ado, I'm going to first give the mic over to Ray, because we were going back and forth, and we were just saying, okay, what's the topic going to be? So we went back and forth, and so I'm going to hand it over to Ray so you can start us off, since this was your topic. Go ahead.
I feel like this is going to be a topic of also seeing how much old R&B and hip hop we can filter into one episode. Because when you said nobody's got time for that, my only response was like, nobody, like, just can't. It's going to happen at least 15 times. So ain't nobody got time for that. What I personally don't have time for in the proposal process is the idea that I'm going to have to try to convince you for my services. I'm not here to chase you and make you feel like branding is the answer. If you get it, you get it. If you don't, you don't. And I'm going to invest my time in those who need me most, and already said yes. Sorry, not sorry. Demi Lovato.
Not sorry. Not sorry. No. I think it's very interesting, because I'm sure, Jay, you come across those people that say, like, what am I going to get if I run this paid ad? What's your promise? What's your warranty? What's your protection where if you don't deliver, I get my money back?
Man, I'd say life insurance. If I've said this before, if there's an agency promising you guaranteeing results, you should probably think twice about that. Because what we do at best is educated guesses. We cannot guarantee anything. Now, we're pretty confident in things we can do, but guarantee you XYZ for XYZ? No. But piggyback on what Ray said, so ain't nobody got time for that. Unrealistic numbers. So when I say that, I say, hey, I've talked to some folks before. Say, I want to get sales for $2 a sell. I said, where'd you get that number from? I don't know. I just want to pay $2. I was like, and this is people who really don't understand how Facebook and things like that work. I just want to pay $2, sell my product for $30, and pay only $2. And I want cost per clicks for 15 cents. And I go, why do you want that? I don't know. What does the cost per click have to do with the actual sale? Nothing really. It's just how much you pay for the cost per click. I can't control the cost per click. That depends. That varies on a lot of different things that I can't control. So when you come talk to an agency saying you want to do X, Y, Z, you got to break down your unrealistic expectations. Say, hey, man, I want to get a certain number, a certain goal, but these finite, weird, fake numbers that come up in your head, throw them in the trash because that's not reality most times.
I'm sorry, but
Well,
are
and
they
for
going to
the
negotiate with Mark Zuckerberg? Like, what? Who's negotiating these
that's
pay-per-clicks?
Mark.
Nobody got time for that.
And no,
So,
I wish I had that soundtrack, but only thing I got is this right here because unfortunately, and oops, let me do it again because I think that needs to get ran back. But let me turn up the volume. Congratulations, Ray! You are the winner. That you
No,
are the.
I said it first. No. That was you did that after my bit, so that applause is mine. Go ahead, redo that there, player. Go ahead.
roll it back a little further.
I was gonna give that to you. I was gonna say, yeah, see, this ain't nobody got time for that. Look, I don't have time for you to be shucking and jiving. Because when you think you know what the beep you talking about, you sure don't, because you have no idea how many times I fell on my sword. And I'm speaking on you, Jay, because that's what's up, bro. That's what's up. Thank you for keeping it real, my brother. Thank you for keeping it real. Yes, we ain't got time for that. So here's another thing that came up, y'all, that, I do want to get to because y'all was just started talking. That's why I said, y'all got, we're done. We're done talking. Can I pick your brain meetings? Can we have a coffee chat? Can we have lunch? Can we talk about what does marketing look like today after pandemic? What are your thoughts around that? Because I know I ain't got time for that.
If you want it for free, you can tune into a podcast.
That part. I'm sorry. Let me back up. So even though they gave their business, Jay did, Ray, you didn't say where you were from and your business. Also, Jay is coming from a beautiful place called Hawaii. So sometimes he kind of, you may hear a plane fly over, but Ray, you didn't tell them your business and where you are at.
Oh, I said my business, but I didn't actually want to say where I was at. I am magically looking like I'm in Hawaii, and I can meet you anywhere, anytime, virtually. Not anytime. I like sleeping, but I am in Portland, Oregon, but I'm pretending that I'm not.
Okay, because here's the thing. Marketing can be done anywhere, and you should be thinking that your marketing should be 24 hours, 7 days a week. And unfortunately, like what I ain't got time for, which is frustrating when someone says, hey, can I pick your brain on these things? And I know, Ray, you started saying something. I know, Jay, you want to pop in with that. Here's the other thing too, is like, and I wanted to bring up the location piece, because have you ever thought of like the area you're in, like is dead, or it's a pond, or it's too small, or you should really reconsider where you're at. So you trying to think, oh, I'm sorry, wait. Let me not go there. Jay, tell me, what are your thoughts on when someone says, can I pick your brain?
Listen, I've been doing this, 7, 8 years. There's a time I was like, sure, why not? I did all the time because I didn't know any better, and I wasn't fully confident in myself. Some days are dead and gone. Like, time is money, and I don't think a lot of people don't appreciate marketing. They really don't. Everybody thinks they can do it. Everybody can do Facebook and LinkedIn and Instagram. No, you can't. So if you want to get educated from me, any of us, then you pay. I'm not giving away like years. I spent a lot of money on myself investing in. So a random person wants to come up and talk to me. Hey, can I pick your brain? Sure, $200 an hour. Seems fair because you're gonna get education. Once I give it to you, you can't get it back. Or like Ray said, go to podcast or go YouTube digging. And there's a lot of stuff on YouTube. Check stuff out. Just don't come ask me to work for free because I'll help you. But you're gonna have to respect my knowledge and skills I've had over the years. And if you want like certain things, a more in-depth conversation, then you have to pay.
Yes. And what I was going to say to that, and this is where Jay, then Ray jump in, or back and forth, when I said, when geographically speaking, when you start having these pick your brain meetings, you're going to realize, in my experience, you are not well equipped to handle the information, the gems that we're dropping. And so you're going to need to continue to have these conversations. But where do y'all take these conversations out, especially when they realize like they are sorely, one, underfunded, undercapitalized. They don't have the infrastructure. They don't have the team, nor is their value proposition sharpened. It's not packaged and it's not positioned well, nor have they targeted the right people. Like, how do you help them understand that they need to pay for that. Otherwise, I ain't got time for that.
So I have a pretty tight process now, and it's because lots of people want help. And I think the point that people fail to realize is this is our IP. This is our intellectual property. We don't have, grapes to give you in exchange. We have what's in our brain. And so we have to be really, really mindful about how we go about that and love everyone dearly, but it's just not charity over here. So what I do is I spend 15 minutes. I will give you 15 minutes still, only to listen to you tell me what is going on so I can point you in the right direction. Am I the right direction? Cool. We'll move forward. If I'm not the right direction, then I'm going to say, hey, XYZ has to get done, or you need to talk with this person, or, here's a few YouTube podcasts that might get your brain going, and maybe we can talk in 3 months. But the reality is I'm not even going to entertain that anymore. I'm not going to try to fix your problems for you. And I've gotten really good at determining who needs me to fix a giant pile of shit and sort through it. Like, I'm not going to do that anymore. And so if I am a good fit, I'm sorry. That one, you know what? Little kids say that one. And then if I am a good fit, then you're going to actually pay for my plan. I'm not going to just give you a proposal and do all these proposals and hop on all these calls for you so it makes sense to you. No, I'm going to spend 2 hours of my time listening to all your problems and then diagnose your problem. You never go into a doctor's office telling your doctor, hey, doctor, I think that I have this really weird, random, rare bone disease and I need you to solve it. No, they're going to run tests. They're going to ask you questions. So it's no different than going to the doctor's office over here, and you had to pay them too. So I don't got time for that if you seem to think you could be prescriptive of yourself. If it's a common cold, take care of it yourself. That's what Tylenol's for, aka YouTube.
Yeah, that's right. Like you said, a lot of people aren't ready. It depends on what stage you're in. Like you mentioned, like a product fit. That has nothing to do with what I do. If you got some brand new, you just want to start running ads right away. That happens a lot with LinkedIn. Companies come out with software like, okay, do people want what you're trying to sell? And they don't have like organic presence. They go, I just want to run LinkedIn ads, lead gen ads. So they run a lead gen ad, and they click the ad, and information pops up. Cool, bam, it goes to the employer or the company. Oh, these leads aren't converting. Well, dude, there's a legion form, and did you really expect people to do what you want to do right off the first click? If people don't want your stuff, you haven't validated it. That has nothing to do with paid social, paid search. You got to do that on the front end. Like, get your ducks in order. Like, paid social is like 6 steps down the line. I really do believe that. You gotta climb the ladder to get to where you want to be. And then if it makes sense, then we can talk. But then again, I'm not talking to you for an hour for free. No, I'll talk to you, see what we can make, and then from there, go on to the next steps.
You had to cut that off. I know that plane was coming. So yeah, no, for real though. I think that's for real on that, the next steps. And I think that's the problem of where, at least in my experience of being the strategist, and I'm trying to help folks monetize their brand and get to the point where I always want to make sure their infrastructure is solid, but then it's not, and it's frustrating. And then I want to help them understand that you have to put in some serious work, but it is having uncomfortable conversations. It's what I call my double D is, are you in denial or are we having a disconnect? If we're having a disconnect, let's talk that through. Let's be honest and figure out, where are we? But if you're in denial, I really can't help you. And so my next question will be for you all is, when someone has a bad ORM, online reputation management, which we got a lot in the restaurant industry, especially with Yelp. And so, you can't take down those ads. They hurt businesses, restaurant businesses, and they use the ad platform because it works great. At least they got great return. This is pre-pandemic. I don't know about now. I don't work with the restaurants like I used to, so I can't speak for now. But how do you, and Jay, I'll start with you. How do you help a client have a better ORM in that case, or you just say, look, I ain't got time for that?
I mean, back end stuff, fine. If they came to me, again, this is more strategy than actual pressing buttons. In my personal opinion, to fix that problem, you need a lot of UGC, user-generated content, because you need people, as in I would say TikTok, whatever, but that's going to be your best bet. You can use that on any platform, right? It doesn't matter what it is. It's just punching the numbers and going. But it's still going to take a while. Well, it has to be. You need authentic content. You can't just slap an ad and say, "Hey, we're better," like XYZ. No, like real reviews, real people going in, showing behind the scenes, showing you are as a person. Okay, y'all know who Keith Lee is, right? TikTok guy, restaurant guy.
Yes.
Mm-mm.
Oh, and he destroyed Atlanta.
Atlanta. Like if you he didn't destroy Atlanta. He let the world know what Atlanta was. He didn't say anything negative, but some Atlanta restaurants really benefited from him. Other ones just died.
I think I heard about that. That was like
Yeah,
2-3 weeks ago, right?
yeah. He's been
Okay.
around for a while. He does he just does do food reviews. He never tells people who he is. He always orders takeout. He'll talk about the food, rate it. But these restaurants in Atlanta had all these crazy rules about when they order food, take out all this stuff. Okay, cool, whatever. But the thing is, with social media, people there's influence out there, and they would take the influencers say and twist it in multiple ways. So a lot of these restaurants in Atlanta just got killed based off his review, which wasn't his fault. People just take it and do what they want to do. It's unfortunate,
I'll
but
finish for Jay. So, in one instance, he tries not to go in. He'll send in like a family member or somebody else because he wants to pay for the food. He does not want it for free. And so he does these from his
Okay.
car. And when he does them from his car, he'll be really, really honest. And so, like, in one example, he even had it on video where they said they were closed, even though their hours were open. And they were like, "Oh, no, we'll give you food." And he's like, "No, you need to give the people who were in line before me food. Like, we're not doing this for TikTok. Like, I honestly want to give a review. I want to pay you." They're like, "No, we'll give it to you for free. You can cut the line. We're not closed for you." And he's like, "No, this is ridiculous. You're going to treat me like you treat everyone else." And so he kind of just put him on blast.
Got
It was
it.
a beautiful thing. He's a good person for that.
Jay, you want to finish up since that plane has passed through?
yeah,
Plain
I'll
and
probably
good.
be inside next time. Well, no, I just like that type of user generated content. Like that's authentic content. That's probably the best way to gauge your online reputation. Now, given you can't pay Keith Lee to do anything. It's random. You can request him, but that's an example of having someone who just comes in,
Mm.
tries your restaurant for whatever and it's like, okay, here's my review. Honest reviews. Like you're not Michelin star. You're not gonna get all five, but like honest review, how I felt. And customer service is huge with restaurants. Like people go back to subpar restaurants because the customer service is good. I've done it before.
Mm-hmm.
So user generated content is my answer to that question.
EGC, got it. And Ray is, I know you said a lot, and maybe you were, at least for me, I think what's important is you got to treat everyone the same. But is there anything specific you want to maybe give a tip for someone that's looking to improve their ORM?
Yeah, I would say it's probably time for a bit of a rebrand at that point because your messaging's probably off, your processes are
Mm,
clearly off, and it's
mm,
not in alignment with how you're operating and who you're serving. And so, if you're going to want to make that user generated content really, really good, you need to make sure that everything behind the scenes is cleaned up, buttoned up, and ready to go because somehow, some way you fell off the tracks. And
mm,
people are more likely to share bad interactions than they are to share good interactions. And so
mm-hmm,
the only way
mm-hmm.
you can combat that is if everything you have is clear and concise. To be clear is to be kind, friends. And if not, it's total chaos, and to confuse is to lose. So that part.
Wow. So there is one more topic we discussed. We are past our 20-minute mark, but you know what? I'm going to keep going because this is something that I think is super important. And plus, we allocated time for this. But we can make this the part 2. If not, it's just be a longer podcast. So we'll see how long we go on about this. But I think I don't know if it was Ray or Jay that said we need to do the red flags of marketing. And then I think Ray said, let's talk about the shades of red. I just say, there's a pennant, there's a flag, and then there's a banner. Like, do not come, do not hire. So I don't know who wants to go
Second
first,
episode.
but I think that's what I'm going to do a second. We ain't got time for that.
I will say though, on the note of ain't nobody got time for that, you mentioned something we did not talk about it, and that is guarantees. And in almost
Ooh.
all three of us on this call, guarantees are funny things. And when Jay was talking about them, I was whispering, run, just run away if somebody gives you a guarantee, is because we can't guarantee that you're going to do the work. So Nathan can't guarantee if he puts together a marketing funnel for you that you're going to have a sales process and be able to close people. I can't guarantee that you're going to stick to the messaging and the visuals that I give you and tell you to like lean in hard into that. I can't guarantee that you're going to do the work and ensure that your content matches that. And let's be real here. Jay can't guarantee that if his ad gets you a client, that you're going to be able to close that sales loop or that you're going to deliver on the back end if you do close it. At the end of the day, we cannot guarantee that you will do your job. I will leave my pedestal now.
Hey, hold on. For that closing remark, absolutely. There's absolutely. Oh my gosh, and yeah, there's nothing more I can say to that. Okay. All right, Jay, your closing remarks, my bad.
I was just gonna do it down on that. I was telling you all before we jumped on. It was somebody I talked to, and they had an e-com store. And it took forever to get a hold of. And they're like, all right, Jay, hey, I want to run some e-com ads for Thanksgiving. This was 2 weeks ago. I'm like, well, you're kind of late to the game. Your budget's not that big, and you got to compete with a lot of people. Well, I just want you to start now. Red flag. That's like if someone says I want to start like right away, something's off. Like I would be hesitant to do that. But like this person did want to put in the work, just wanted me to do everything. Like I still need some. We got to communicate. Like, I think the biggest reason why campaigns fail, communication. If I can't get a hold of you or you're in my 2 weeks, I don't know what's going on. I'm trying to get things approved. You're too busy for whatever, then you shouldn't be doing this then. Like was it teamwork makes your dream work? Something like that. Like you gotta be involved. Especially if you're a smaller business owner. You gotta be some level of involvement, you have to be there. Now you don't gotta be every day with us, but you gotta be involved. Because it's your business, not ours. We only go so far. If we're giving you leads and stuff and we don't know what's happening to them, like the platform numbers can look great, right? But in the back end, like what's going on? What's going on with these leads? I don't know. We haven't called them yet. Dude, that's not my problem. Number says it looked good to me, but if you don't have any data on the back end to prove like this is working or you have no idea, that's a you problem. You ain't got time for that. You keep paying me, but don't blame me if it don't work. That's on you. Just saying.
Yeah, well, I gotta do the same. I have to do the same. 'Cause everything. So here's the thing. A lot of this stuff is we can only control what we control. I can't like everything just Ray said and then Jay said it, and we don't own these platforms, people. Like we don't own your execution. We don't own your time. We don't know if you scared the client because you overwhelmed them. We don't know. And I think that's the part where it's like, yeah, guarantees that's run. And I wish I had that sound effect because I don't think people realize and I just put this out on LinkedIn. If somebody is trying to help you get to a get clients fast scheme, that could be a clickbait farm in Indonesia. How do you know? Yeah. Anyways, for Jay, for those people that want to reach out to Yamaro 83 to get some work or to get some understanding or to run paid ads for the holidays or moving into 2024, where can they reach you at, my man?
Jay Rathell, JayRathell. I'm on there talking about a lot of stuff. Also on the website, Yamaro83.com. Come hang out with me. Like some of Facebook, LinkedIn, Ads Junkie. TikTok's always fun if you have the right creative. If you don't have creative, don't do TikTok. Sorry, or Snapchat, don't do it. Stick to the other two. Yeah, appreciate having me.
Absolutely. We're glad that we can have you. Thank you again for being on the show. And Ray, where can folks find you at with the hat, of course?
You can always find me with the hat. That's how you know you're where you're supposed to be at. But you can find me also on LinkedIn at Réland Logan. So RELAND LOGAN. That was the only part of my name that's normal. And then, or you can find me on Instagram at Gray Digital MKTG. And I will respond to both really quickly and happy to hear from all of you. So Nathan, it's always a pleasure. Jay, thanks for being my podcast bestie. And it's been good. It's been real, y'all.
For those that didn't see, of course you didn't see before, but Jay didn't have a hat on. But I love as a podcast bestie, he had to come in with the hat. What did they say? Mimicry, or is the same as flattery, something like that. I don't know. I have.
I'm flattered.
Okay. All right. So the next episode we got to talk about then absolutely is the red flags of marketing. And I don't look, this could be nasty. I might have to take out an insurance claim because we're not going to mention any clients, of course, but hot man, it can get nasty pretty fast. And if you have any suggestions of the topics you would like for us to go on about, which is the whole reason why I wanted to go about it this way. So hopefully you see, like, we're talking about current events. We're talking about our real life issues. We're talking about our professional issues. There was some more stuff that I was talking about pre-podcast, but I had to tell them to stop talking. We all love to talk because they were just putting so much out there of where someone even mentioned something about working with kids and they needed more time because they couldn't manage their time well with kids. So I don't know who mentioned that. I think that was Ray, but that's a whole nother conversation. So if you have a topic, any current event, any problem you want us to discuss, please send it to info@nwebsterllc.com. If you haven't done so already, please leave a review, rate the show. We want to know, where can we help you? And if you haven't already done so, please, again, rate, review the show, and share it. So without further ado, we want to wish you the very best. Thank you for tuning into the show. And until next time, we wish you the very best. Again, because we want you to succeed. So until next time, dream big and Godspeed.